impression of veterinarians?
My impression of veterinarians is that they're necessary. I think that with as many people having as many pets as they do now, next to when I was much younger, that vets are needed now for those other loved animals that are in the household, and so I think they're needed.
Do you see veterinarians as only someone that works with pets?
For me personally, yeah, I don't have any outside interests beyond my home pets or my family outside family pets. But I'm sure that there's other avenues out there uh, where vets are used in industry and such. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like with dairy farms and stuff like that, and farms that are out in the country.
What do you know about the profession?
I know that there's a doctorate somehow involved. That they, as a vet, you'd have to go through schooling and receive a doctorate. So there's obviously education there. I would think that the veterinary student would have to have the interest to want to go through a doctorate and be focused on that. And I think there's a lot more interest in the love of animals to be a vet, where I think with a doctor of medicine for the human would be different. Sometimes that's more money generated.
In your opinion, how important are veterinarians to the medical world as a whole?
Uh, in general, I mean, other than to keep your family pets safe and to live as long as possible, uh, and on top of that, I think there's other avenues. I mean, you read in the papers about viruses and stuff that affect animals that could affect humans, being birds and different things. So I think in that aspect, there's probably a lot more going on than I even have general knowledge of that they would be needed.
What about in the sense of animals that are being transported from one continent to the other? What kind of jobs do you think a veterinarian has in that?
Well, I think it falls in that same course of the last question. I think that animals coming from other countries. I know that there's quarantine. We may be bringing an animal back from Hawaii or another country, and you have to put animals in quarantine. Even sometimes from state to state, you may have to do that just because of whatever viruses or whatever they may be able to bring that could be harm to people in that continent or into that state. So I think that's also another realm of veterinary medicine, I would think.
To what degree do you think the U.S. values a veterinarian?
I think the value is strong. I think that, I mean, now, like I said before, is that we're all having one, two, three, four pets in a household, and I think that we care about our pets. I think even much more than we used to 100 years ago. I mean, it was more about farm animals back then. We've evolved now to where we have a lot of home pets, and we care about our pets. We have laws about the care of pets, where you may not have had that in years back. And I think that with that, you need to have veterinarians to care for the pets, and I think that need is there, and it's great.
All right, Mr. Gestrine, thank you.
All right, thank you very much.